Hello and welcome to CodeSketched. If you have done any React development in the recent past, you have definitely used state. Unless your app is completely static, in which case, I have some bad news for you. In this video, we will try to understand the concept of state and also the useState hook, which is React's way of letting us manage reactivity in a functional React component. In our previous video, we have established how the entirety of React actually works together. Check it out here if you haven't already. To summarize the information in that video, React has components which let us return React elements. These elements translate into nodes on the browser DOM. So React basically takes the function, executes it, gets the element returned by the function, does its magic, that is reconciliation, and plugs these elements into the browser wherever necessary. Clear so far? Let's move ahead. Let us say our UI is not as static as the previous example. Let us say that we have a name variable which we need to say hello to. This is how that is represented in JSX, and it displays the same thing on the browser as before. Hello CodeSketched. Let us now add a button that changes the name variable when clicked. That looks something like this. But no matter how many times you click the button, the text does not change to hello universe. Even though we can see that the value of variable has changed to universe as seen in this log statement. So why is that? Why did the UI not change to say hello universe? Well, that is because even though the value of that variable changed, React had no idea about it. React did not know that it needed to run this function again and get the latest elements that are generated, and consequently, nothing gets reflected on the browser. So then, how do we tell React to rerun the function? Or in other words, re-render it. That is where the useState hook comes into the picture. It is an API provided by React, which, when we call it for the first time, returns us an array of two elements, the value of the state variable and a function to set its value. So we can rewrite our previous example like so. This time we modify the value of the name variable using the setName function, which also reflects on this log line. But this time React gets to know that something critical to the function has changed, and hence it reruns this function, that is, re-renders this component. As it is the second run, the name variable does not get reinitialized to CodeSketched, but this part gets regenerated with the new name, that is universe, and we see it on the browser. And that is the whole crux of React. The UX that gets generated is a function of the state and the props. And whenever any of those changes, the UI also needs to change to be in line with them. With the useState API, we are just communicating with React about the state, aka the critical parts of data on which the UX depends. Hope you now have a clear idea about what state actually means in React. Check out this video if you want to know about how re-rendering works in detail once a state change happens.